And if that's not enough, let's walk over here. Things that we get at places like convenience stores or other stores like the mall may also be more expensive. The wind and the dry conditions are a big challenge to keeping this fire under control. And over here, they're paying 70 cents for a can of soda. And I don't know if our viewers can see well, but there is a yellowish, whitish chemical all through the hallways. But if they want to cast a ballot, this is what they're going to have to do. They lost control of their car and then tried to overcorrect when trying to get their car back on track. And just to give you an idea, a sense of how big this was, we saw a pickup truck and its lights, its headlights were melted because of the heat. One of the controlled fires set by firefighters is along the Blue Ridge Parkway. The Senate committee room was packed when this was being heard, but senators did not take a vote. They're expected to do so on Wednesday. Whoever did this not only cracked the glass, but used enough force to break through it. I want to give you a sense of what we're feeling out here when it comes to the snow and sleet and the wind. Last night at about 11, it died down a little and then it picked right back up again. We could see it from the window of our hotel room right now. I hope folks at home can see the little pellets are hitting me in the face. And let me give you a sense of how deep this is. I stick my hand in the snow. This is pretty much how much we have here on the ground in Appomattox on the side of 460. Something else to update you about: the power is still out. The lights on the highway are working, the traffic lights, but the rest of the power in the area still out. Virginia Tolley lived there with her boyfriend, Burnett Goffnorine. Tolley's granddaughter tried desperately to save them, but she couldn't do much more than wait.
One minute it was there, and the next minute it wasn't.
Roxanne Ratliff woke up to the noise, then saw a nightmare unfolding. Her own grandmother's home was on fire.
When I seen the flames, I took off running, and I busted the window out, and because, like I said, I knew they was right there.
But her feeling of hope soon turned to hopelessness.
I couldn't. Like, I know she was already gone, but I wanted to save her from being burned. But I couldn't get her out.
I don't know, just one of them freak accidents, something.
All you could see was the whole trailer was in flames.
Family members and friends searched the rubble and they found pictures, jewelry, things that will help them remember.
They were good people. Yeah, they're both sick and everything.
Now Roxanne can do nothing but hold on to all she has of her grandmother. Memories.
Well, I think my grandmother, I'll remember her, just the Big Island memories, being on the hill, doing the chickens and things like that.
Investigators are waiting for autopsy results from the medical examiner in Roanoke. So far, they see nothing suspicious about this fire.
It's about tribute to the mothers or the parents who lost a child.
A child like her son, Michael.
Michael was a jokester. He liked good times. He likes to laugh and play and tell jokes to people. He wasn't a violent person.
But it was violence that took his life, and these people don't want it to take anyone else's.
Let this be the turning point in your life.
He's so eager to grab a gun when we have conflicts. I mean, if people can just stop and talk the problems over.
New police numbers show violent crime in Lynchburg is up, and many people in the city worry about gang violence.
And I pray that we would take a stand against violence, against putting each other down.
People need to stop and think. And, you know, life is going by so fast for everyone that we just don't take time to recognize and be nice to people.
Adults especially directed the message to the young ones participating.
My grandmother always said, leave a gun, live one day longer.
A blessing her son Michael didn't get to enjoy. In Lynchburg, Manuel Quinones, ABC 13 News. Not only are volunteers having to pay more in gas to deliver the food, but the meals themselves are now more expensive.
Doing all right today?
Having someone deliver a nice meal right to his door is something Harry Hurt counts on.
I'm not able to get around too much anyway, you know, so it's really the thing that I need.
But gas prices are making this friendly knock on the door more expensive for volunteers like KK Kessler.
It's really hitting hard on them.
I used to be able to fill it up for about
$16. It takes them about around 30.
Meals on Wheels volunteers are on their own when it comes to paying for gas. They pick up food at a place called The Canteen, a business that's getting a double whammy.
I've never in all my years doing this ever seen the prices of food go up the way it's going up right now.
Higher food costs and higher delivery costs. The obvious result? They have to charge customers like Meals on Wheels more.
We're focusing on fundraisers, we're focusing on more grants, but we're relying on the good Lynchburg people to keep us bailed out.
For volunteers, this is a labor of love.
You got a birthday coming up, hadn't you?
Sunday.
All right. They send you a birthday present.
Kessler says he's not caving in to the high gas prices.
I started over here in 91, and I do it every Friday. Same road.
Oh, I really like that. It's really nice.
Meals on Wheels clusters routes to make sure volunteers don't have to drive too much, and the canteen tries to keep their food costs low, but the economy is still stretching them thin. Reporting live in the Lynchburg newsroom, Manuel Quinones, ABC 13 News. I don't know if I'm taking the right bus. I looked online. I decided to look at this as an adventure. Wrong bus.
If we get lost, we just get lost.
We just get lost. We'll be okay. Okay. It's all part of the fun. I soon discovered leaving the car at home was something I could really get used to doing. How much is it? $1.50. Okay. I used to ride the bus when I lived in Washington, D.C. and didn't even have a car. Of course, the Hill City is no D.C. The only issue is that it doesn't come very often, so if I don't look at the exact bus schedule, then I have to wait a lot. Once I missed the bus and had to wait a whole hour for the next one. Every time it has actually come right on time. I was the one who wasn't on time. I refused to take an earlier bus, and that always made me a few minutes late to work. The ride there was about 20 minutes long. The ride back about half an hour. Stops up there somewhere. Day 3 was a brand new adventure. I had the day off, was hosting a dinner party, and had to go get groceries. I didn't look at my map before coming down. Trying to figure out bus routes can be confusing, but it's essential. The last thing you want to do is get stranded. So I called the GLTC office to see how to get to the nearest Kroger. And I take the 3C or the 3D? 3D it is. Leaving the car at home meant a lifestyle change for me. In many ways, for the better. How are you doing? Do I put this one in here? Yes. Okay. And then I had more chances to read, listen to music, and be active. Maybe it's the thing we should do. Walk more. What do you do already? Are you retired, I'm guessing? Or? Yeah. Taking the bus is a social experience. Instead of being in a car by yourself, you get to see folks from around the community. The gas prices. Yeah. Too high nowadays. See, what is it now? The bus doesn't go everywhere, and I stayed away from certain faraway places all week to avoid the hassle. Riding the bus has its perks, but also its limitations. I discovered patience and advanced planning are a must. Thank you very much. Welcome. In Lynchburg, Manuel Quinones, ABC 13 News.